Welcome to another edition of Dizzarian Plays MMOs. Today I'm in Final Fantasy XIV and I am now on my level 7 Arcanist. So since the last episode I have gone around and completed some quests and just kind of cleaned some more things up. Also, I apologize for the previous videos. I had a problem with my recording device that was dropping frames. It's not that I'm getting bad FPS in this game. In fact, I'm recording now at 60 frames per second, so it's not my PC. It was just my recording software. I needed to change the codec. So hopefully these episodes from here on out aren't as shaky as they were and bad FPS as they were in the previous episodes. So right after we did all of that really cool stuff in the cave, I'm coming back now to turn in this quest to Stelworm. Disaster, right? Glad I am to see you safely returned. My lads were all gabbing about hearing what sounded like seven hells breaking loose near the grotto, and I fear I sent you to your death. Well, I took care of that. If you were in the middle of that commotion, I hope it yielded something of interest. I'd hate to think you risked your life for naught. Oh yeah, we found this knife in the back of one of those great big gobublas, or whatever they're called, and it's a sailor's knife. A blade pulled from the back of the creature you slew at the cave, eh? Aye, I'd agree with such a knife would be part of a seafaring man's kit. I'm starting to think these ruffians are pirates come to lure my farmhands back to the life of plunder. Chances are they didn't take kindly to your appearance on their doorstep and set a maddened gabu on you. Aye, the pirates have been adding their numbers of late. I'd best warn the lads and lasses to employ to be on the guard against their schemes. You met someone else at the grotto? A woman with a strange contraption? Ah, Yesholta. She's been Lomensa for quite a good while now. Her studies of the Aether often bring her to Summerford, so her presence at the grotto is hardly unusual. She's an odd-looking lass, I grant you, but she's not the kind to associate kidnappers. You may take my word for that. Where trust should be lacking is those yeomen of mine who have yet to wholly relinquish the pirate's past. The temptation to return to the free and easy life of the buccaneer may prove too strong to resist. You have my thanks, Disaster. If it weren't for the efforts of the stalwart adventurers like you, this farm would be far worse than the state that it is in. Just you lending your talents to those in need, eh? Help bring Lomensa the brighter future she deserves. Okay, good. We have to choose one, so let's choose a health potion. Alright. So, oh, he's got another quest for us. Let's see what this is. Because this is still part of the main storyline, which you can tell by the jaggedy outline of that. The sea sloth Severin and his lot never around when it's work to be done. I'd sooner hire you for the sake of getting things done, but then the rapscallions would never learn. Round them up and let them know that the stale worm would like a word, and don't take no for an answer. Alright, so we're going to have to be going around and kicking people. And he's a botanist, so we're making them all get to work. So let me just do that. Is that all I'm doing here? Oh no, I need to... I guess he sent us on something. We need to still speak to Yeoman here, but we're also... let me find another one. I'll be right back. Ah, here's another one down here with all the rest of them. Work? Ha! Can't work me hands full of lifting this mug, you know. I'd rather me last gill you'd never guess what I'm drinking. Swill wine? Well, you're right about the swill part. I reckon it might be worth a day of doing Stelworm's chores if it afford me a taste of proper grog. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to be doing that, and let's go on down here. Amp up my speed here. And then we're also going to be slaying the Mandragora, which are these little dudes right here. pretty easy since they're level 5. And we only need a few of them. And of course my carbuncles really take care of them pretty quick. So let me kill all of them and get the rest of the yeomen talked to. The yeomen are all over the place. Here's one over here by the river just slacking off, doing nothing. Yep. So, still collecting those. But as you can see, I'm almost level 8. Well, I accidentally got involved in a fate here just because something attacked me and leveled me up to 8. Okay, so I got all those yeomen back to doing what they should be doing. You continue to impress me, lad. All but Severin are accounted for. It's no fault of yours he squirmed out. I've let the worm wriggle through my fingers more times than I can count. But rest assured, the next time I see him, I'll put him squarely in the dirt, where all such worms belong. All right. Yeah, so one of them didn't go back to work. He ran away. Pains me to say, but all the gil in the world can't buy loyalty. There are some like you who can be trusted, but then there are others. Until now, I've had no choice but to rely on that charlatan Severin, even though I'm full aware he's been doing shady deals behind my back. More than once, I've heard tell of improper trading with the goblins. I wouldn't be the least surprised if that were happening right now, but a bell ago, a sack of oranges vanished, as did Severin. I want you to find and confront the bastard for me, Disaster. I'm sure there's wrongdoing afoot, so be sure to doubt anything that comes out of his mouth. Okay, so we're going to go and doubt Severin. Let's see where he's actually at here. Is that here? Right here? Okay, so it's going to take me a little bit to run down there, so I'll be back when I get there. Alright, here's the rapscallion. Let's see what he has to say for himself. Bloody hells, I'm up straight without a paddle. Alright, let's doubt him. So I did a slash doubt, and they usually tell that in the description. You can see right there, cast slash doubt on his action. What's this now? Stelwern sent you for oranges, huh? So the old bugger had known all this time. Arg, what does it matter anyway? Listen, you're one of those goody-goody adventure types, right? Go rescue me mates from those double-dealing goblins. They're just over yonder by the bonfire. Alright, I actually saw some of those guys when we come here, but this is a little different. I want you to take a look here. You can see how this has a purple ring around it. Yeah. When you get close to that, that's whenever things kind of go a little crazy. Although, usually you have to step inside to get that, so it's a little odd it did that. That's what I was going to point out, is you have to step inside, and that's the quest area. I guess that's a mistake. Looks like I got a new spell. Energy Drain. Deals unaspected damage with potency 150. Additional damage. It absorbs 50% damage dealt as HP and restores MP. So it's kind of like a buff and damage. A damage and buff at the same time. So we're going to save these henchmen. Aiding with my mitten. I owe you one. I would have gotten away myself if not for Severin shoving me aside. That ain't good. So he's not even good to his own men. Severin sent you? Ha! The way he flew out of here, I was sure he sold us down the river. See? He ain't a good man. If you hadn't come, my dodo would have been cooked. Cooked dodo. That was fun. Alright, Severin. What do you have to say for yourself now? You saved me, mates, and for that I owe you. Suppose I shouldn't be ashamed I couldn't clean up my own mess. But a pirate knows no shame. I've no qualms about going back on my word. I only give you the sack because I like to cut of your jib. Take it to Osen and send him my regards. Okay. So we're going to receive this. We're going to pick up these oranges. And deliver the sack to Osen at the Lothagern checkpoint. Which is on down here, so it looks like a new place. Probably this area right here. Alright, yep, sure enough. And here is Osen. Let's give him the oranges. What have we here? A delivery from Summerford Farms and a scheduled? Ha! These are the first time for everything. Yep. Give him the oranges. Well, look at that. Not a single one missing either. About the only thing not here is those bagmen, and I don't miss them one bit. Here's Stelrun's payment in full. With you, I can't trust it'll reach him. Well, thanks. You don't know me. Good grief. So we're going to go back to Stelrun. I'm going to pick this up. Let's see. I'm not going to read it, but... Oh, yeah, I definitely want to pick that up. It's got some boots on there. And all he wants to do is jostle the Yarzon out of their nest and slay them. So it's going to be up here on the river. So I'm going to do that and then head back to Stelrun, too. Here's it's a nest, actually. Let's see what happens when we do this. Whoa! You get these spider-looking things coming at you. So what is that? Only available when under the effect of Aether Flow. Which is your healing whenever you're healing your maximum. So if I do this, which should heal my magic points, then it also can do that. So that's interesting. Alright, so I'll be doing that and head back to Stelrun. Okay, Stelrun. Back in one piece. That's a relief. How did you fare, Disaster? Well, that. Some oranges. This is what I'm aiming for. Looks to be all I was owed. Alright. Though I'd be telling you false if I claimed I had not held out more hope for Severn. I was even willing to overlook the scheming off the top, but to sell us a short in favor of those god's-forsaken goblins? You do well to mind yourself about the two-guild cheat. If he'd leave his own mates for dead, then no telling what he'd do to you. Ooh, we're going to get a new item here, a new book. You can see it's got some different things. So, boy, we're left in a really good clip. Really like that. Okay, so I've got this item now. And as I pointed out in a previous episode, I can actually go right here to recommended gear, and it's going to tell us we definitely need to equip this. So let's go ahead and do that. Now we're up to a level 5 gear. This guy is now part of the main quest line, so let's see what he has to say. Because he's going to give us some ring bands. Blast. At this rate, the crops will never be ready for harvest. If only we had black loam. Just a bit could send our stocks soaring. I bet Rotwinda, yeah, knows where you might find some. Perhaps you might pay her a visit in the orchard down here. So let me do that. Here's Rotwinda. The Gurkut's got a head of cabbage if he thinks I'm fetching him any black loam. But if you dare pinch some from the cookpot, then be my guest. Just mind you don't get trampled upon by the uruks that dwell there. Once you've the 3 bushels worth, take the black loam to Prefwall at Thriller's Rest. He'll know what to do. All right. Wow, they're just really sending me all around. So it looks like the loam is over here in this little cove of some sort. So let's go over there and see what that is. So I've made it over here, and there are indeed a lot of uruks that I'm going to have to take care of to get in there and get those black loam. Get the black something. I didn't quite understand what all I'm doing here. But let me clear out these uruks. Okay, so I've got it in here, and I've got the black loam. Does that mean poop? Am I missing something? Is that what this is? I don't know what that means, black loam. I'm guessing it means poop. So, gonna collect all 3 of these, and then we've got to go put it in a cook pot. Oh, this is getting grosser and grosser, isn't it? And one popped up and got in my way. All right, take the black loam to Pref Wall at Tiller's Rest. Where is that? Oh, it's just over here. Oh, I guess this is Tiller's Rest right here, this little shed. Pref Wall. Arg, even the weeds wither and die in this desolate dirt. How about some buffalo poop? Ah, but a bit of black loam ought to change all of that. I haven't seen any in ages. Gathering black loam's not for the weak or weak of will, nor the weak of stomach, eh? Yeah, that's very funny. Oh, don't tell me that Gurkhat and Rotwinda neglected to mention where black loam comes from. No, they did not. Well, surely you figured it out on your own. From the cloying stench. It comes from the Uruk's lair, of all places. Well, why dwell on who misled whom about what? What matters is that your efforts have brought us the black loam, and we can expect a bountiful harvest as a result. Thank you. All right, let's take those ringlets. Let's go ahead and whip that. And I'm now at level 6 armor and at level 9, almost level 10, getting a few levels, so that's great. I'm going to go ahead and wrap the episode up here. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up and leave any comments you may have. If you're still experiencing FPS issues, let me know. I'll still working on it, making sure when we start up these videos, there's always a little rocky period while I work out all the kinks for each game. Each game is different. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can see that I play so many MMOs on this channel. So it's not just Final Fantasy XIV, but it's all MMOs I can squeeze in. So you want to make sure you subscribe so you can get notification of that. If you love MMOs the way I love MMOs, then this is definitely the place for you. So, until next time, bye.